The Whispering Map. In a sun-drenched valley, hidden by a shimmering mist that kept outsiders away, lived the fluttering fairies. They were known for their tiny, iridescent wings and their amazing talent for storytelling. Every fairy carried a small, glowing memory dewdrop, a droplet of pure magic that held the stories, songs, and history of their people. When a fairy shared a story, their dewdrop would glow brightly, and the tale would come to life in swirling lights. Their leader was Queen Luna, a fairy whose own dewdrop held the oldest and most beautiful stories. Her son, Pip, was a young, energetic fairy, always eager to hear new tales, though he hadn't yet found his own special story to share. Pip's wings sparkled with shades of blue and green, and he often dreamed of adventures beyond the mist. One morning, a strange thing happened. The Flutterwing fairies woke up to find their memory dewdrops had gone silent. No matter how hard they tried, they couldn't access their stories. The lights within the drops were dim, barely flickering. Without their stories, the fairies felt lost. Their traditions, their songs, even their sense of who they were, began to fade. The shimmering mist that protected their valley also started to thin. Queen Luna was worried. She remembered an ancient tale of a great silence that would fall if the fairies ever lost their connection to their past. She consulted the oldest scrolls. They spoke of the Whispering Map, a legendary map said to lead to the Echoing Grove, a place where all lost stories returned, guarded by the Silent Weaver. But no one knew where the Whispering Map was or how to awaken it. Pip, seeing his mother's distress and his people's sadness, felt a brave spark inside him. "I'll find the Whispering Map," he declared, his small dewdrop glowing faintly with his resolve. Queen Luna gave him a special ancient feather, a relic said to hum softly when true stories were near. "This feather holds the memory of many journeys," she said. "Let it guide you." Pip ventured beyond the thinning mist, a place he had only dreamed of. The world outside was vast and unfamiliar. He flew over rolling hills and through dense groves. His ancient feather hummed, pulling him toward something. He soon found himself in a peculiar place, a glade filled with ancient, gnarled trees, their bark covered in strange, faint markings. These markings looked like lines and symbols, but they shifted and changed, like words trying to form. Suddenly, a tiny, glowing creature darted past him, a mischievous glimmerwing sprite. The sprite was known for collecting shiny objects and playing pranks. It tried to snatch Pip's ancient feather. Pip, quick as a flash, dodged and spun. "Wait," he cried. "I don't want to fight. I need help. Our stories are gone." The glimmerwing sprite paused, its curiosity piqued. Pip, remembering his people's tradition of sharing, held out his dim dewdrop. "I can't share a story now, but I remember a riddle my grandmother told me. I have cities, but no houses, forests, but no trees, and water, but no fish. What am I?" The glimmerwing sprite thought hard, then chuckled, "A map." Pip grinned. "Exactly." He then pointed to the markings on the trees. "Could these be a map?" The glimmerwing sprite, who loved riddles and puzzles, looked closer. Its tiny eyes widened. "It's a map," it squeaked. "But it's asleep. It needs a story to wake up." Pip realized the trees themselves were the Whispering Map. But how to tell a story if his dewdrop was silent? He tried to remember a story, any story. He recalled a brave tale of a Flutterwing hero who saved their valley from a great flood. As he spoke the words from memory, his ancient feather hummed louder, and the markings on the trees began to glow, forming lines and paths. The glimmerwing sprite, fascinated, helped him trace the glowing lines. The Whispering Map led them to a desolate cavern, dark and silent. This was the Echoing Grove. In the center, a towering, dark crystal pulsed with a strange, absorbing energy. And guarding it was the Silent Weaver, a large, imposing spider-like fairy with wings made of shadow. Her web shimmered around the crystal, trapping wisps of fading light, the lost stories. The Silent Weaver spoke, her voice like rustling leaves. "You seek the stories, little fairy? They belong to me now. They feed my crystal, keeping the great silence at bay, a silence your people unknowingly created." She revealed a shocking truth. Centuries ago, The Flutterwing Fairies, in their joy, had unintentionally cast a magic spell to contain their stories within their dewdrops so they wouldn't get lost, accidentally cutting off the echoing grove, which was meant to be the central repository and amplifier of all tales. The Silent Weaver had been trapped here, desperately trying to save the fading stories before they vanished forever. Her crystal, though dark, was trying to store them. Pip, shocked, looked at the lost stories trapped in the web. He saw his grandmother's face in one, shimmering sadly. He remembered the love and joy those stories brought. But stories are meant to be shared, not trapped, he cried. They live when they are told. The Silent Weaver was unmoved. What good are shared stories if they are forgotten? She challenged. My crystal keeps them safe. Pip, remembering the power of connection and true storytelling, knew what he had to do. He held up his ancient feather and his now faintly glowing dewdrop. He didn't have a new story to tell yet, but he had something more powerful. He had listened to the Glimmerwing sprite, understood the river troll from the previous story, subtle nod, and connected with the whispering map. He began to speak, not just retelling an old story, but sharing his journey, his fears, his hopes, his encounters, and the new friendships he had made. He described the hum of the feather, the help of the sprite, the riddle, the path of the map. As Pip spoke his own, true story, the ancient feather vibrated, the Glimmerwing sprite joined him, fluttering excitedly, and even the echoing grove began to hum. His dewdrop glowed brighter and brighter, no longer just reflecting old stories, but creating a new one. The light from his story shone onto the Silent Weaver's crystal. Instead of breaking it, the light began to connect with it. The crystal pulsed, no longer dark, but a vibrant purple. The trapped stories in the web didn't shatter. They began to flow out, like tiny, joyful lights, back towards the valley. The Silent Weaver's shadowy wings shifted, revealing faint patterns of light underneath. You are right, she whispered, her voice regaining a soft, melodic tone. Stories must flow. Her crystal became the heart of the echoing grove again, not trapping stories, but amplifying them, acting as a beacon that connected all the memory dewdrops in the world. Pip returned to the Flutterwing Valley, not with an artifact, but with the restored flow of stories. The fairies' dewdrops glowed brightly, their memories and magic returning. The shimmering mist around their valley grew stronger, not as a barrier, but as a magical connection to the newly vibrant echoing grove. Queen Luna hugged her son, immensely proud. Pip, once just a curious fairy, had become a true storyteller, not just retelling tales, but living them and understanding their true power. The Flutterwing Fairies learned that stories are not just memories to be held, but living things meant to be shared, growing stronger with every new voice. And Pip's own dewdrop, now pulsing with a steady light, held the greatest story of all, the tale of the little fairy who awakened the whispering map and reconnected the world of stories. If you like the story, like the video and subscribe the channel. Thank you.